Oh my gosh. Slovakia. We've been filming for like 10, 15 minutes and the camera's not even on. So let's start over. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh, Bahashem, Rabakadash. I want to give double honor to the elder apostles, the prophets, and the teachers over here that have been bringing out the 100% truth for the last 30 plus years. And to the affiliate camps doing that, and to the sincere Akyawa Akwath doing that, salutations. Okay? Today's class is actually about the elders that have been bringing out this truth all these years. I tell you in every class, double honors to the elders. That's scripture. But we're going to get a couple examples first, and we're going to get that. First things first. Give me 1 Kings 12, starting at verse 6.
1 Kings 12 and 6. And King Rehoboam consulted with the old men that stood before Solomon, his father, while he yet lived, and said, how do ye advise that I may answer this people?
So he goes to the elders. Rehoboam goes to the elders, and he seeks wisdom. And what happens next?
And they spake unto him, saying, if thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and wilt serve them, and answer them to speak, and speak good words to them, then they will be thy servants forever.
So they gave him good advice. They gave him wise instructions. They told him, if you treat these people good, they'll serve you forever. So go to verse 8.
But he forsook the counsel of the old men which they had given him, and consulted with the young men that were grown up with him.
So he rejected the counsel of the wise men, the elders, and he sought counsel from his homies, pretty much. His buddies that thought like him. His like-minded homies that haven't even been around the block once. They have no wisdom. So, and in not having wisdom, they gave him bad instruction. Skip down to verse, I think it's 19. I had to look, actually. Like, I knew it, but go ahead.
So, verse 19, so Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day.
So, what was the consequences of him rejecting the counsel of the elders and seeking counsel from his friends? Read it again. What was the consequences of that?
So,
read it. Verse 19 again.
So Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day.
So there has been a split in the kingdom unto this day. And it's not going to come back together until Yahushua returns. So he sought counsel from his buddies, and whatever his buddies taught him to, they told him to be rough on the people, after the wise elders told him to be gentle and kind to the people. It caused a war, and to this day the northern and southern kingdom are still split. That's why you don't have too many so-called blacks and Mexicans hanging out together. And it's the truth, very few. And then you'll find out that they're not actually they're both from the same kingdom. And that's what's really crazy. They'll both be from northern, or they'll both be from southern, but they won't mix with each other and just hang out. It just doesn't really work like that, especially when it comes down to how the scriptures describe it. So let's get off of that. So we know now that Rehoboam caused the split in Israel. That's why you have the northern and southern kingdom. Rehoboam did that. So let's get another example. Then we'll go to 1 Timothy. Let's get another example. Let's go over to the book of Numbers, chapter 16.
Numbers?
Chapter
16.
Yeah, because Rehoboam sought counsel, but he wanted to go through his buddies, remember? I'm going to show you another example of what happens when you think yourself to be something when you're nothing. Start at verse 1. Read 1 through 3.
Okay. Numbers 16 and 1. Now,
Korah.
Now Korah, the son of Ishar.
Read. Yeah, it's Azar. Sorry, I don't have my glasses. I've looked that for a long time.
Now Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, and the Dan, and Abraham, the sons of Elab, and On, the son of Peleth?
Yeah.
Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men, and they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation.
Famous in the congregation, right, Hakah? Right, Deacon? Ha! Famous. You're famous. Keep reading.
Men of renown, and they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron, and said unto them, Ye take too much upon ye, you seeing all congregation are holy, every one of them, and the Lord Yahweh is among them.
Isn't that what that dude just said? I was watching Biblical Defenders this morning, and him and Hakah, the video where they're all hugged up, and they're telling the elders to step down again, that these guys are ready to take over. Hakah comes in, I still feel like I'm in my youth, even though I'm like, no. See, the point is Alazar said the same thing. And I said 2 years ago that he was going to be swallowed up into the earth. Spiritually, he was going to go back into worldliness. And I was right. That motherfucker's not only gay, but now he's a gay side gangster. Straight up. Straight up. Now this next guy's coming up to the plate. The next guy's stepping to the plate, trying to challenge the real elders, the real priests. You remember, that happened to him. What about his men? His men are humiliated. Sakari's humiliated. Anybody that sees a Sakari shirt, they go, oh, your elder's gay. He likes other men. He's a Pegasus. Remember that. That happened. And everybody was prophesying his downfall. I told you, Alazar was just like Korah. Now, Hakah, I was looking for that dude's name too. Because I wanted to say his name too, because you guys are getting swallowed up next. You guys are going to get swallowed up next. In fact, watch. Jump to verse 19.
Oh, I haven't read the full thing.
All right, keep reading and then go to verse 19.
Wherefore, then lift ye up yourselves above the congregation of the Lord.
You lift yourselves above the congregation of Yahweh. You think you're a fucking know-it-all. You know more than the elders, and you get proved wrong on that every time. Jump to verse 19.
And Korah gathered all the congregation against them unto the door of tabernacle of the congregation, and the glory of the Lord Yahweh appeared unto all the congregation.
Keep reading.
Okay. And the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, Separate yourselves from among this congregation, that I may consume them in a moment.
And you know what? That reminds me of a precept. Let me grab it real quick. You stay right where you're at.
Okay.
He said, separate yourself from them. I'm breaking out. Yep, that's right. Got this is my great grandmother's Bible when she was alive. Romans, chapter 16 and verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which you have learned, and avoid them. So read that again.
Separate yourselves from among this congregation.
Separate yourselves from among this congregation. They're teaching bullshit.
That I may consume them in a moment. And they fell upon their faces and said, O Yahweh, the Yahweh of the spirits of all flesh, shall one man sin? Wilt thou be wroth with all the congregation?
Keep reading.
And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the congregation, saying, Get you up from about the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan, and Abraham.
Ooh, that's 3 people right there. That wasn't just Alazar. So more people got to go down. So keep reading.
And Moses rose up and went unto the bed of Abraham, and the elders of the Israel followed him. And he spake unto the congregation, saying, Depart, I pray you, from the tents of these wicked men, and touch nothing of theirs, lest ye be consumed in all their sins.
So separate yourselves from these pop-up camps, these Genesis Israelites. His buddy, they're saying, get rid of the elders. Let the lawless younger people run things. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's saying separate yourselves from these guys, because if you don't separate yourself, you're going to be considered one of them. You can't be hanging out with a bunch of criminals and not be considered an accomplice. And that's what you're doing. You're an accomplice to their crimes. So keep reading all the way until you get to 33.
So wait, yeah. So they got up the tabernacle of Korah, the Dan, and Abraham on every side. And the Dan and Abraham came out and stood in the door of their tents, and their wives and their sons and their little children. And Moses said, Hereby ye shall that the Lord hath sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of mine own mind.
I didn't do these works of my own thoughts. The Most High has told me everything and put the Spirit on me and everything that I'm supposed to do. And that's pursuant to Job chapter, I think, 33 and 14. Let's get it. Read it again. Read that again.
Okay. And Moses said, Hereby ye shall know that the Lord hath sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of mine own mind.
I have not done these works of mine own mind. Job chapter 33, starting at verse 14. For Yahweh speaketh once, yea twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and their slumbers upon the bed, he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instructions. The crazy thing is, he spoke to Moses directly, but through us, when we're instructed, it's through our dreams and visions. But Moses, he instructed him directly. Keep reading.
All right. If these men die common death of all men, or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, then the Lord Yahweh hath not sent me.
Did you hear that? If it doesn't happen the way I said it, then the Most High didn't send me. Keep reading.
But the Lord Yahweh make a new thing, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up with all of the appertain unto them, and they go down quick into the pit. Then ye shall understand that these men have provoked the Lord Yahweh.
Did you hear that? If the earth opened up and Korah and his 250 men dropped down into the pit, then, read it, what did it say?
And
then they shall understand that the men have provoked Yahweh. So, if the earth opens up and swallows you up, that means that you pissed off the Most High. Read 32. Or 31, yeah, keep going. Sorry, keep going.
And it came to pass, as he had an end of speaking all these words, that the ground clave asunder.
Asunder. It clave asunder. It cracked wide open right where they were standing. Keep going.
That was under them. And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up, and their houses, and all the men that appertain unto Korah, and all their goods. They and all that appertained to them went down alive into the pit, and the earth closed upon them.
Closed up. So right, okay, finish that.
And they perished from among the congregation.
So Korah and his 250 men and everything that appertained to them were unalived by the Most High for going against the elders. Do you understand yet? Or did you forget that story? Did you forget those scriptures? Because the Genesis Israelites, you know that we're talking directly to you guys. You're the ones that are the younger camp that are so called, so in the truth that the elders need to stop teaching and we need the young people to teach now. That's lawlessness, because they're not going to have enough wisdom to know right from wrong. They have a little bit of wisdom. They have zeal, but clearly not according to knowledge at this point. So the earth opened up and took Korah out and took all of his men out. See, that's what appertaineth to him. That it does, that his children still belong to the Most High. So Korah's children still live, and I can prove that. Give me Numbers chapter 26 and verse 11.
Numbers chapter 26.
Because you guys act like you're the descendants of Korah the way you act, saying it like having the exact same mindset, the same thought process that you should take over from the elders. So
learn something that you think you're the.
When you think you're something but you're nothing. I have that. We're going to bring it out later. 26 and 11, Numbers.
Numbers 26 and verse 11. Notwithstanding, the children of Korah died not, the sons of Simeon after their families of Numiel, the family of Numielites of Jamin, the family of the Jaminites of Jashin, the family of the Jashinites of Zorah,
Just give me verse 11. Notwithstanding, the children of Korah did not die. Okay? So his descendants are still here. That's what the point was. That Korah's children still belong to the Most High. So when you go to appertain, everything that pertained to him, the guys that were following his mindset, his children were too young to know right from wrong at this time. So the Most High spared them. So now, the reason why I'm bringing that out is because you guys over at Genesis and all you other pop-up camps, you're acting like Korah. You're having the same mindset as Korah. You're saying the same things as Korah said. So that means that you're looking for the same reaction. Let's jump around some. Give me Isaiah chapter 30, start at verse 8.
Isaiah chapter 30.
Yeah, because you wicked pop-up camps, you hate the truth. That's what it is. You hate instruction, you hate direction, you hate guidance, and you hate having an authority figure over you.
Isaiah 30 and 8.
Start at verse 8.
Isaiah 30 and 8. Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever.
Keep reading.
That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord Yahweh.
You are rebellious people, lying children that will not. You refuse to hear what the real instructions are. That's the law. Keep reading.
Verse 10 would say this to the seers, see not, and to the prophesy not unto the right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy to see.
Hear that? Don't tell us the right things. Tell us smooth things. Like you don't need to listen to the elders. Well, I'll tell you what, Rehoboam didn't listen to the elders and we're split to this day. Korah thought he was better than the elders. The Most High took him out. What do you think your consequences are going to be? Because Rehoboam didn't make it either. Keep reading, one more.
Get you out of the way. Turn aside out of the path, because the Holy One of Israel shall cease from before us.
Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Why? Because you guys are wicked, and you know you're wicked. You know that that if you're supposed to be a leader, you should. You know what? We're gonna get that. Because if you're supposed to be a leader, you know that you should become the best. You would be the best follower. If you're gonna be a teacher, you're gonna be a student again. Let's get some of those scriptures. Give me Isaiah 29 and 13 first, though.
29 and 13.
Yeah, we need to know what their teachings are not from the Bible, but from the thoughts and the instincts of men. So go ahead.
Isaiah 29 and 13. Wherefore the Lord Yahweh said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips to honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by precepts of men.
Their fear is taught by the precepts of men. That means they're made up doctrines. Oh, we need to get rid of the elders. That's a made up doctrine. Ask Korah. Ask Rehoboam. Ask those guys. They'll tell you, oh, that's made up doctrine. You don't want to fuck with that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to take that consequence. We already see what happens when you do it. He shows you in the scriptures. He shows you the blessing and he shows you the curse. Let's keep going. When you come back, give me Isaiah 33 and 31.
Oh, Isaiah chapter 3.
I'm sorry, Ezekiel 33 and 31. It's my bad. Ezekiel. Salakia.
Okay. I was like, Ezekiel 33 and 31, and they came and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they shew much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's the King James version, right?
Yeah. I think this is one I always use, King James.
That's not right.
Not? Unless it was 31 and 33.
No. Their fear towards me is taught by the precepts of men. 29 and 13. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. Salakia, Isaiah 29 and 13. I thought I was calling that out, but I called out Ezekiel. Salakia. Isaiah 29 and 13 is what I was talking about, because they don't follow instruction, they don't follow doctrine, they make up doctrine to support their narrative. Salakia, read.
Wherefore the Lord said,
Call it. What is it? Isaiah 29 and 13. Call it out.
Isaiah 29 and 13, wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips to honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by precept of men.
Their fear is taught by made-up doctrine. We need to get rid of the elders. Why? Because the elders have the real doctrine, not the precepts of men. But like I said, you guys don't like having an authority figure over you. We get it. So now, give me Ezekiel 33 and 31.
Okay, here we go.
Salakia for that.
Ezekiel 33 and 31, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they shew much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness.
So they're liars. And it's just like in Titus 1 and 10 and 11. They subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake. So that's why they teach you the precepts of men, because if they taught you the Bible, you would know that they're going off. Or if they taught you the Bible, they wouldn't be going off. They wouldn't have to keep changing the doctrine. So so in Titus, it tells you that they're going to destroy houses, teaching things they ought not, for dirty money. That's all there is to it. And that's what the problem is right now. They're trying to get you to go away from the truth so they can siphon your bank account. Let's jump around some more. Let's go to Jeremiah 12 and 2.
Jeremiah 12 and 2. Jeremiah 12 verse 2. Jeremiah 12 and verse 2. Thou hast planted them, they have taken root. they grow ye, they bring forth fruit. Thou art near me in their mouth and far from their rings.
Let me read that again.
Yeah.
Thou hast planted them, yea, they have taken root. So you're planting these deceptive seeds, and the people are rooted by that lie instead of the truth. Okay. And they grow, yea, they bring forth fruit. Thou art near in their mouth. So they'll say those smooth words to make you think that they're following the directions of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, but it's showing you that their hearts are full of covetousness. So, and it says, and far from their reigns. So they whoops, I didn't even give 33. What was I? Yeah, that was 12 and 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was right. That was it. So, yeah, that was right. That was right. One more. But thou, O Yahweh, knowest me, thou hast seen me and tried mine heart. In other words, you put me through the trials and tribulations, and I was a gold, pursuant to Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 2 and 5. And has tried mine heart toward thee. Pull them out like sheep for the slaughter, and prepare them for the day of slaughter. Just like Korah, just like Rehoboam, now it's going to be the Genesis Israelites and that other dude, whatever camp he is. These guys really think that they're kosher with what they're teaching. It's amazing. It's amazing that they would actually say that stuff publicly. Let's go. Ephesians 6 and 12.
Ephesians 6 and 12. Ephesians 6 and 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities.
Yep.
Principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Spiritual wickedness in high places. Deacon Hakah, you are an agent. Guaranteed. You've been kicked out of all the camps. The GMS didn't want you. Now, I've said this before. GMS didn't want you, and they kicked Alazar out when he put you in the camp. You are an agent. You've been trying to do this. You've been trying to pursue this, but not for the right reasons. It was always for, every time I step out the house, I'm stepping into something crazy. Talking about your cars, your shoes, your shirts, your pants, your necklaces. Just shit that don't matter when it comes to the truth. It really does. It's okay to have things. Everybody likes to have nice things. But what does that have to do with bringing out scriptures? Nothing. You're doomed is what the point is. Read 6 and 12 again.
6 and 12.
Yeah, Ephesians.
Okay. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities.
We wrestle not against these guys physically, but against their gaslighting ass false doctrine. Go ahead.
Against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
That's why, wait, against the rulers of darkness. When you got a 501c3 home, boy, that means that you're getting, even if you don't, you're getting paid to bring out lies.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Very wicked. And you guys are famous like Korah. Give me Romans 1 and 21.
Romans 1 and 21.
Yep.
Okay. Romans 1 and 21. Because that when they knew Yahweh, they glorified him not as Yahweh, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened.
You guys aren't glorifying Yahweh because you're too busy glorifying yourself. Hey, let the younger men rule. The elders don't know anything anymore. That's ludicrous. That's out of the ordinary. I don't know why you would say something like that. Would you tell your parents that? Would you talk to your parents that way, but you're going to talk to the elders of Israel like you know more than them? Wow. So you younger pop-up camps, you guys are going to find out that the Most High ain't dealing with you. Just like he didn't deal with Rehoboam, he killed him. He has Israel split, northern and southern kingdom to this day. Korah, what did he do? Korah fell into the earth. This is a warning. Give me Leviticus. I think it's either 19 and 17 or 17 and 19. It's in the very, it's like the third book of the Bible.
Okay.
19 and 17.
Okay. Leviticus chapter 19.
And 17, verse 17.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17. Now,
like I said, this is a warning. Go ahead.
thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Rebuke, to correct. We're just putting correction out there. To not suffer sin upon him. You know what? I got one more. I want to rebuke them sharply so they'll be sound in the faith. I'm going to have to bring out Titus. Give me Titus 1, start at verse 10. I got to bring it out. I know I already paraphrased it, but it's important because this is what these guys are really up to.
Titus 1 and 10.
10, yeah, 1 and start at verse 10.
Alright. You find Titus. Okay. Titus 1 and 10. Titus 1 and 10. But there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake.
Keep reading.
One of themselves, even a prophet their own, said that the Sartans the Cretians are allaying liars, evil beasts, slow bellies.
They're liars. They're evil. And they're fat and lazy. That's what slow belly means in the Bible. It just means that you're fat and lazy. Give me 13. Jump to verse 13.
Okay. This witness is true. Wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith.
So, rebuke just means correct them. Put correction on them. Hurry up. And yes, it means to be firm, for the lack of better words. To be firm with the person when you're putting the correction on them, because this is a warning. You're playing with your life. Let me say it again. Ask Korah. Ask Rehoboam. What happened to them? You're doing the same thing. You guys, you pop-up camps are doing the same damn thing. There's no difference. So you're going to get that same consequence. Ask Eleazar. Where's he at? What happened to Sicarii? All those 250 men, or how many men you have, they're all humiliated when they have to find out that their leader leads an alternative lifestyle. Let's jump around some more. I just checked it.
Oh, okay.
Give me 1 Timothy 1 and 7.
1 Timothy 1 and 7.
I remember putting this precept in this morning.
1 Timothy 1 and 7. Desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say, nor wherefore they affirm.
Let me see that.
I don't know.
Desiring to be teachers of the law. That's you guys. You desire to be the heads of the law. Understanding neither what they say, nor whereof they affirm. You don't understand anything, but you think that you're a teacher. That's a very dangerous position to play. Give me Hebrews 5 and 12.
Hebrews 5 and 12.
You want to be a teacher, but you don't know anything. That's just stupid.
Hebrews 5 and 12. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again.
You want to be a teacher? You need to be taught again. Keep reading.
Which be the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh, and are become such as need of milk and not of strong meat.
You need milk, not strong meat. So when you think yourself to be a teacher, it's when you need to become a student again and remind yourself, wait a second, when Korah thought he was the top of all Israel, guess what happened? He was taken down, and the elders remained. When Rehoboam didn't listen to the elders, it destroyed Israel and put a split right down the middle. These are very good examples that you should follow as a pop-up camp, thinking that we should get rid of the elders.
What is it? The best teacher is also the best follower?
Yep, let's get it. I don't know if this is it, but give me 1 Corinthians 3. Start at the top.
1 Corinthians 3.
If thou desire to be a teacher, thou needs to become a student again. You need to start with the basics, that's the milk, and not worry about the deep studies of the meat. And if you're a teacher, you should already know that.
1 Corinthians 3:1. And I, brethren, could not speak unto you as spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Christ and Yahushua.
Let me see, where is that? And I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual. I can't speak unto you spiritually, but carnally, fleshly. I have to tell you the basic message. Even as unto babes in Christ, because it tells you got to be drawn from the breast and weaned from the milk, right? So you guys got to go back to the basics, in other words. Not call yourselves the leader of all Israel. That just shows a lot of pride. You really believe in yourself, great. Zeal, but not according to knowledge, or you would humble yourself, big time. Try to keep it in the shade. All right, keep going. Oh, wait, no, stop right there. Stop right there. Yeah, give me verse 2. Go ahead, keep going.
I have fed you with milk and not with meat, for hitherto.
I have fed you with milk, basic knowledge and wisdom, and not with meat. Those are the deep understandings. For hitherto ye were not able to bear it, neither yet now are you able. So you couldn't even handle the milk back. You still can't to this day. You don't know it to this day. And you think that you're going to be the leader? You're going to be the next one to get taken out publicly, like Alazar. Public humiliation. That's being swallowed up into the earth. And then actually going back to worldliness. Look at Alazar. He's literally in the world. Let's get some more. Give me Mark chapter 10. Start at verse 43.
Mark chapter 10.
Yep.
Mark chapter 10 and 3.
Start at verse 43.
Oh, 43.
Right.
Mark chapter 10 and verse 43. But so shall it not be among you, but whosoever will be great among you shall be your minister.
So whoever is great among you shall be the minister. Those are the elders. Let me see. What is it? See, where was that? 43.
Yeah.
Keep reading.
All right. And whosoever of you will be the chiefest shall be servant of all. For even the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister and to give his life.
Minister.
And to give his life a ransom for many.
So it says,
Minister.
but so shall it not be among you, but whatsoever will be great among you shall be your minister. Okay? For even the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, and to give his life a ransom for many. So the greatest, that's going to be our elders. Yahushua was we all know that he was sent back. He had all the knowledge and wisdom as a true leader of Israel. You guys are just coming out the side of the net acting like you know something when really it shows that you know nothing. Give me John 13, starting at verse 14. St. John 13, starting at verse 14.
John 13 and 14. If I, then your Lord and Master Yahweh, have washed your feet, ye also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example that ye should do as I have done to you.
What? So he's saying, I'm the greatest leader, and I've humbled myself down to wash your feet as a follower, as a servant. The greatest leader is the best servant, and that's the example that he gave us. Go ahead. Wait. That was verse 45?
Yeah, no, John 13 and
14.
Yeah.
Did you read 15? Read 15.
Oh wait, no, I think that was
15.
No, that was 14 and 15. Sorry.
Okay, cool. So that's it on that. Let's go to 2 Corinthians 10 and 5.
2 Corinthians 10 and 5. 2 Corinthians 10 and 5. Casting down in imaginations and every high thing that is exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to the abundance of Yahushua.
Read it again.
2 Corinthians 10 and 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of Yahweh.
Wait, right there. Casting down imaginations of everything that, what did it say? Everything that what?
That exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh. You're
exalting yourself against the knowledge of Yahweh by going against the elders. That simple. That simple. Let's get away from that and let's go to Hebrews 13 and 7.
Hebrews 13. Wait a minute. Oh, there it is. Hebrews 13 and 7. Remember them which have the rule over you, who have spoken unto you the word of Yahweh, whose faith follow, considering the end of their conversation.
Remember the truth. Who was teaching the truth when I was out skateboarding and I ain't ever read the Bible once? Elder Apostle Tahar, he was on a talk show and he was defending Israel on I forget what, like the Donahue or more, I forget what talk show was, but I remember seeing him. I remember being a kid seeing him going, what is this guy? Yeah, and I remember going, yeah, and I went right back outside of skateboarding. So he's been in that truth that much longer than you guys too, because I'm pretty old. I'm older than all you guys. I know that. Most of you. I'm up there with Menach's Akbar. I think Menach's Akbar is about a couple months older than me. We're starting to get up there. And you younger cats think that you're supposed to be the leaders of Israel? You're not there yet. You're not there yet. What verse was that?
That was Hebrews 13 and 7.
13 and 7. It says, remember them which have the rule over you. You guys hate authority, I already told you, but those are the people that have the correct knowledge and wisdom, who have spoken unto you the word of Yahweh. These guys haven't changed doctrine. Everybody else is changing their doctrine. You got to remember that. Whose faith follow, considering the end of their conversation. The faith is important. It shows that they believe what they're saying. We got a couple more precepts, and we're going to shut it down. This class I thought this class would be longer. It seems like it's going to be shorter. 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 28.
1 Corinthians.
Yeah, chapter 12 and 28.
First Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 28. Yahweh had sent some in the church. First, apostles. Secondary, prophets. Thirdly, teachers. After that, miracles. Then gifts of healing, helps, governments.
The divination. Miracles, diversities of tongues.
Helps, governance, diversities of tongues.
So, read the first part of that again.
And Yahweh had sent some in the church.
Wait, stop right there. Who did it? Who's setting it up? Yahweh has set these people up. Not, hey, I'm going to show up and tell everybody I'm the next leader because I said so. And these guys over here agree with me. No, that's not how it works. The Most High puts you in that position. No matter where you're at right now, Yahweh put you there. Whether it's for righteousness, or if it's for a recompense and a curse, or if it's just to show an example, no matter what, He's put you where you're at. Maybe it's just because you're wicked and you keep making mistakes, so He put you in a place where wicked people go that continuously make mistakes. It's that simple. We'll move away from that. We made the point. Give me Galatians 6 and 3.
Galatians 6 and 3.
Yeah.
Galatians 6 and verse 3. For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself.
So when you think that you're the camp leader and that all the elders should shut down, you're absolutely a nobody and you're lying to yourself. Isn't that beautiful? The Bible speaks so well. I mean, you can read it word for word all day, and guess what? It's going to tell you the truth. And that's what's so beautiful about sticking to the scripture and not making up things so you can take money from people, because that's when it becomes a cash app, a GoFundMe, bring your donations here.
They use Yahweh for money.
Yes. They lean upon Yahweh for money. They divine for money. But we're not going to get into that. But that is the point, and that's why they want to be the leaders. But we're sticking to the point that there's destruction in lies. The lies are the destruction of Israel. And the people that believe the lies were planned on. They want to be destroyed. That pursuant to Isaiah 30, 8 through 10 through 11. And actually, when you read verse 12, it tells you their destruction comes immediately, like right when they're least expecting it. So give me 1 Corinthians 5 and 2.
1 Corinthians 5 and 2. 1 Corinthians 5 and verse 2. And ye are puffed and have not rather mourned that he that hath done this deed might be taken away from among you. I thought you say 1 Corinthians
8 and 2, sorry.
8 and 2.
Salakia. 1 Corinthians 8 and 2.
1 Corinthians 8 and 2. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing, yet as he ought to know.
So, if any man thinks he knows something, he pretty much knows nothing. You let somebody else tell you, yeah, you said that right. Well, Salakia, Shalom, Shalom. So read it again.
And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing, yet as he ought to know.
So when you think that we should get rid of the elders, you think you know something, don't you? But you don't know shit because you don't have that kind of wisdom yet. And if you would sit and study just for a month under the elders, just listening to them, you're going to learn a lot more than you thought you would. You are going to be like, wow, I was wrong. These guys actually, everything, when you listen to them and you listen to the breakdowns and you put everything off to the side, all the bullshit, and you open up your mind, you're going to find out the etymology's there, the time frame's there, the precepts are correct, and everything is broken down in righteousness. When you think you know something, you don't know nothing. Let somebody else tell you that you know it. Let either like 2 or 3 confirm what you're saying. That's why there's more than one elder. You got Tahar, Gabar, you got Uriam Lab, that's also his name, Lion's Heart. Let's get a couple more precepts and then shut it down. Proverbs 26 and 12.
Okay. Proverbs 26 and 12. Stand thou a man wise in his own conceit, there is more hope of a fool than of him.
You hear that? You're wise in your own mind. There's more hope for the fool than you, because you're the only your wisdom isn't. It's not a righteous wisdom. Your wisdom is the thoughts that you gave yourself. Read that again.
Stand thou a man wise in his own conceit,
You're wise in your own conceit.
there is more hope of a fool than of him.
There is more hope for the fool than for you guys that are saying that we should get rid of the elders and let the lawless younger people with crooked false doctrines teach that they should be the elders. It would be like Idiocracy. If anybody's ever seen that movie, the whole Israel will go backwards again. We're trying to move forward into this truth. We're not moving backwards. We're not backsliding. We're not a backsliding man. We got one more precept. Give me 2 Corinthians 10 and 12.
2 Corinthians 10 and 12. All right.
Salakia that the class was so short today. I actually wrote precepts across the whole book. We're just flying through this one.
10 and 12.
Yeah.
2 Corinthians 10 and 12. For we did not make ourselves of the number or compare ourselves with some that commend themselves, but they, measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves, are not wise.
Beautiful. I'm going to read it again. So, we do not make ourselves of the number. I'm number one. Look at me. I'm part of the 144,000. Look at me. No, because we say Most High willing to make it into that group. Or compare ourselves with some that command themselves. We're not comparing ourselves. You should be comparing yourself with anybody. If anything, you should be looking in the mirror and dealing with that person. But they measure themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves are not wise. You're not wise because you're telling yourself that you're the man, you're the greatest, and we've seen it. It's like we're watching the videos. This isn't nothing new though, because Alazar already tried to go against Elder Apostle Tahar within 2 years of saying that he's the new chief priest. Remember that, guys? And Elder Apostle Tahar said, go ahead, you can have it. Be the grand poobah, this, that, and the third. And then he went back to teaching. And guess what? Nobody decided that Alazar was the new chief priest other than Alazar. Chief priest Alazar, you need to step down. Now you got the other guy saying it. So I'm going to tell you guys one last time. This is a warning. There's still time to repent. But if Yahweh's not dealing with you, really there is no repenting. Because he has to actually put that spirit on you for you to change the way you think. So that's all there is to it. So I'm going to bring it out. Revelation 22 and 12. We're closing out. I literally ran out of scriptures today. I think we've exhausted the point, though. I think we've exhausted the point.
Revelation 22 and 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his works shall be.
If your works are reflecting wickedness and pride and thinking of yourself as a leader or to think of yourself as something when you're really nothing, that's going to be your reward. Your reward is going to be a curse and a recompense. He's going to throw you alive directly into the lake of fire. So in other words, when you go into Revelation 11 and 12, and it tells you that we're going to be called up into the clouds, it tells you in verse 13 that in that same hour, everybody else gets destroyed. That's the lake of fire that you're going to be thrown into because you thought of yourself greater than the people who taught you. And with that being said, if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, I hope you got something out of this message. I hope you guys find this message and hear it. And maybe, I guarantee they just probably make a rebuke video because they're so proud they would never actually listen to the truth. So let's face the ease. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Bahashem.
And double honors to the elder apostles. Again, double honors. 1 Timothy 1 and 17. Double honors to the elders and apostles who rule well. Shalom.
Shalom.